Katlyn Chookagian versus Viviane Araujo, man. This was interesting. Scorecards were a little bit interesting, man. But Katlyn Chookagian does what Katlyn Chookagian does, man. It's hard to win when you play her game. And I'm gonna be surprised. I'm gonna be honest with you, AJ. I had to do a little live wagering as the fight was going on because Araujo gave Chookagian a little bit of problem in the first round, right? And automatically, I see Chookagian, the line goes to like plus 265, plus 300. I'm like, all right, we're betting on Chookagian. Why? Because Viviane Araujo didn't force the grappling nearly as much as I thought she was going to. I'm like, if you think you're going to win this fight by literally playing Chookagian's game, you want to outbox someone who is known for just boxing, being on her bike. That's what you want to do? All right. And, when she did decide to go for the grappling, it was too little too late. Give me your take from the fight, man. Why do you think Araujo took that approach to this fight?
It might have been that whole mentality of I'm going to beat you at what you're best at. But after the second round, you bail on that thing because she did not do anywhere near what Chookagian needed, or she didn't do anything near to finish Chookagian at all, or even look good in the fight. Personally, I had it scored with Araujo actually winning 2 rounds. But at the same point, I think Katlyn Chookagian won the entire fight. She ended up better. She finished the fight better. If that was a 5-round fight, Araujo was going to be in for the world of hurting, man. So it's a weird thing with the whole judging score system. Like it's the whole 10-9 point system is crazy to think of, but the fight itself, man, that was fun. Back and forth, Araujo just going for the head. And what I wrote down is, man, this is a game of damage versus output. Yeah. Katlyn Chookagian was just throwing bam, 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 output like crazy, where Araujo was just hunting for the head, which, some points it works, some points it doesn't. You're always head hunting. You're probably not going to find that head. Whereas with Chookagian, more volume, you're gonna end up just having more output, more numbers, and it looks better to the judges. So at the end of the day, like I said, I thought that Chookagian at the end of the day won the fight, but points wise, I would have given it to Araujo. So it's a weird win for me, man. It's a weird decision for me, I should say, because Katlyn Chookagian, and they said it in the corner when she was fighting, coming out in the 3rd round, you got to have that bad bitch attitude. And sure enough, man, Chookagian came out with that bad bitch attitude, and she was even sitting down on more of her shots in the 3rd. Hitting Araujo a little harder, and it made it even more impressive to me. And that's why I think Katlyn Chookagian at the end of the day won the fight overall. I don't know, Derek, what do you think?
Well, I agree with you, man. And Katlyn Chookagian, she said herself, she said, it took me a while to turn it on, but at least I got to actually turn it on. And that was, I think, regarding that comment that you were just talking about from her corner, man. But I will say that, like, the narrative of this fight when I was on Twitter and whatnot is people just saying that, like, the air is taking a beating in this fight, man, because they were just swinging for the fences and missing all day long, hitting air, tagging air. But I will say Chookagian outstruck Araujo 127-89 in terms of significant strikes, man. So I think sometimes when we're watching the fight, we just see something a little bit different than what the numbers show, man, because it's hard to win a fight when you get outstruck by 40 strikes. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a little tough, right? But nonetheless, man, I will say Araujo is she's a problem, man, but got to shore up that cardio, or you need to stop swinging for the fences with the big winging hooks and let's go 1-2s. Let's force some grappling. She was really doing her best work on the ground. So I was just so surprised to see that you're not just forcing it every single time. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, Katlyn Chookagian, man, she is now tied with Valentina Shevchenko for the most wins in women's flyweight division with 7, dude, which is very, very impressive because you're tied with the champion. You're tied with someone who's arguably one of the greatest martial artists we've seen in our lifetime, right? That's why when we talk matchmaking in just 1 second, we're going to more or less have to figure out what the hell do we do with Katlyn Chookagian.